Yeah. Hold up. Hold up. No, let me get it started. No, I'm not gonna sing that. That's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. But yo, what's good, bro? Man, oh man. I don't want to be doing these videos all the time. But dog, like I don't want to make a habit of this, but I feel like I'm gonna have to because the Jokic Glaze just don't stop. The Jokic Glazes don't stop, man. It's just crazy to me. And listen, Jokic is great. Jokic is one of the best offensive players ever, like in NBA history. Like he's definitely in like that top 5 realm. Like in those discussions, I think he's better than Magic Johnson offensively. I'm not gonna lie. Like that's how highly of an offensive player I really truly believe that he is. But when people are like putting him to levels that is like, come on, dog, like you killing me here, like you really are. And I seen it's like a statistic about Jokic how in the 2020s he leads both points, rebounds, assists, and steals. And everyone was like, man, this guy like top 3, this guy gonna be like top 4, he's gonna be the GOAT. I'm like, bro, y'all killing me, dog. Like y'all really killing me when it comes to this. Because as great as Jokic is, man, we just cannot ignore the other side of the ball. Like, we just can't do that. You got Jokic who's been crazy right now. But then we also got a guy in Giannis who's been also unstoppable offensively. He's also been insane offensively this year. But on top of the offense that he's been able to produce, bro, he is on a completely different world when it comes to defense for Jokic, right? So right now in the league, it seems like Giannis gets kind of eclipsed by Jokic. For what? I don't get that. It's weird to me. It really is weird to me. And then when we get into these all-time talks, it's like this, right? When you're Jokic and Giannis, let's go like this, right? Let's go back to Jokic and Giannis. When your offense and Jokic was this level, right, is transcendent. We're not going to disrespect Giannis and act like what he's doing is not also like a crazy transcendent feat. Like it's not too many guys doing what Giannis is doing right now offensively. It's not that many guys doing what he's doing too. So Giannis is being eclipsed. Like his offense right now is being eclipsed because bro, he's playing in the league with Luka and Jokic. And Luka and Jokic, to me, like they're both like in that top 5 offensive players of all time. To me, like there's some. So his offense is getting eclipsed by those guys. But when we really look back and like in the history, like Giannis is on a crazy tear. He's been on a crazy tear for the last couple of seasons. Now I get it. You could be like, yeah, it's more one-dimensional, but bro, this is basically a forward version of Shaq that we're seeing with Giannis right now. This is a forward version of Shaq. You know, that's what he is right now, which is still amazing to see. And Giannis's offense is extremely valuable right now. Same way how Shaq was. Shaq wasn't the guy who was going to hit free throws. Shaq wasn't the guy that was really going to kill you in the midi. Shaq wasn't the guy that was going to be shooting. Shaq wasn't even the guy that was going to really dime up like that. But, dog, at the end of the day, when you have an athlete of a freak like a Shaquille O'Neal, it don't matter. He's getting through everyone. And that's what Giannis is doing right now. He's the modern-day version. He's the forward modern-day version of Shaq. Who's a better passer? So his offense right now is on a great level too. And Jokic is still a better offensive player. I'm not going to say no. But we're not going to act like his offense isn't on a crazy level as well. And then when you compile that with the defense, like, come on, man. It's not really a combo. It's not really a combo like that. Now, no, like, let me rephrase that. It is a conversation, but the constant overlooking of a Giannis is just absurd to me. I think he deserves more respect than that. He does. He definitely deserves far more respect than that, especially all time. Like Giannis is one of the greatest players of all time too. And with Jokic all time, listen, Jokic kills in the regular season. But the thing that annoys me the most with Jokic is like, y'all don't be consistent with this man as you do with everyone else. Because when KD struggles in the postseason against certain matchups, when Braun struggles in postseason, even when Giannis struggles in the postseason versus certain matchups, y'all could care less. Y'all could care less about any type of things that they have done in the regular season. You know what y'all always will harp on? Y'all always will harp on, okay, what happens when they face this matchup in the postseason? Jokic has, in back-to-back seasons now, since the Timberwolves, in back-to-back seasons, he has shown y'all to struggle against a certain matchup of a lineup when there's double bigs. He's shown that year after year, like back-to-back now. Ever since the Wolves, he has shown that struggle against double big lineups. That's a matchup that he struggles with. Same way Giannis, when we talk about a wall, build the wall, right? They say that with Giannis. Shaq, hack a Shaq, right? Always bring that up to negate him. Screw what they've done in the regular season, right? Always bring that up to cook those players. But for Jokic, you just gloss over it? That don't make sense. Where's the consistency? Where's the consistency? There's not consistency there. Y'all want to bring up all these other players and their matchup issues, but for Jokic, you just want to forget about it. But she has year after year shown to struggle with double big lineups, which is why even when I talk about Jokic, just talk about how great he is offensively, when we have these combos even between him and Shaq, man, I don't see Shaq struggling against Rudy and Cat. I'm sorry, I don't. I don't see Shaq struggling against Chet and Hartenstein. I'm sorry, I don't. I really don't. You know who made him struggle? Tim Duncan and David Robinson. And he was still dropping like 26 on them. That's who was making him struggle. Those are all-time defenders. He was going against 6'11", 7-foot guys. Every night. Almost every postseason. Shaq is over here annihilating Rudy and annihilating Cat. I'm sorry. There's no way I'm trusting Cat holding Shaq one-on-one. No way. I literally seen Cat do that to Jokic. I literally watched it. I want to talk about, oh, Rudy was on the help side. No, Rudy was out the game. This man was stopping this man. Crazy. It was wild. I was surprised. I was shocked watching it. My jaw dropped. I was like, whoa, this guy's nuts. So when I see a guy like Jokic struggle against that, like, how can I just sit here and put him over a guy like Shaq that didn't struggle like that? Right now, Jokic, and we have to call a spade here. We need to call a spade. And we just can't sit here and look at the numbers of today's era and then look back at the numbers back then and be like, man, Jokic getting a 28-point triple-double, man. No one was doing it back then. He's automatically on this level. No, you got to adjust for the era, dog. And Jokic does benefit. Like, this is a fact. If you argue against this, you're lost to me. Jokic does benefit from playing in an era where it's faster paced and there's not a lot of size for him to go through. He benefits from that because that inflates the rebounding numbers. That inflates all of the numbers in general, the points, assists, all of the numbers. And the fact that he can dominate the way he does, mainly because there's not so much of a presence down low, because the NBA shifted to more of a versatile wing type of style rather than traditional bigs. That helps him out tremendously because now he's able to, you know, abuse mismatches far more than bigs back then could. Jokic right now, Victor right now, Joel Embiid, they can abuse far more mismatches now than the bigs back then could. They weren't getting, I'm sorry, they weren't getting guards switched on them. They just weren't. Not back then. They weren't getting shooting guards or forwards switched on them. They just ran zone and let them shoot. Honestly, that's exactly what happened. Like that wasn't happening. So Jokic, a lot of the times he gets that. He gets that. Now he benefits from that. You can't say he don't. You cannot say he doesn't benefit from that. He does. Now, that doesn't take away from how great he is offensively. That doesn't take away from how great of a mid-range shooter he is, how great in the post he is. Because he would still give a lot of people buckets who are big in that size. But man, let's not just put him on some crazy pedestal because of the stats. It's really the stats that's ruining everything. Man, I'm not going to lie. Let's get rid of stats, bro. I'm tired of these stats, bro. I don't want to see stats no more, bro. Stop box score watching, bro. And then some people even have the audacity to say, some people really have the audacity to sit here and tell me with a straight face, Jokic ain't that bad defensively. Man, I'm not hearing you. Whoever says that is ridiculous. This man Jokic can't jump. He can't jump. If you got a big that can't jump, your defense is cooked. Like, what are we talking about? Oh, he gets in the passing lanes. Not all game. You need him to be able to block shots. I think he rotates well. He's a great rotator. He knows where he needs to be at. He's athletic. He just can't make up for it athletically. Just can't. He can't jump. Like, he really can't. That hurts your team a lot. A lot. Especially when that's your interior big. Dog. That's wild. Like, he can't jump. That's very detrimental. And it's harder to hide a guy like that. It really is harder to hide a guy like that than it is like a guy like Steph or a guy like Luka. It is. But the Nuggets, man, the Nuggets do it every year, man. I don't know how. Who's that defensive coach? I need to find him. What's his name? I didn't know him. Because, dog, they do a tremendous, and I mean tremendous job of making up for his flaws. But in the postseason, it does come back. It does show up. It definitely does show up. Especially when teams actually push the pace on them. Come on now. Come on, bro. Like, when we put in Jokic, and I'm hearing, oh, yeah, he's a top 3 player of all time or top 4 player of all time. Come on, dog. Y'all weren't even doing that for Giannis when he won his ring. Y'all weren't even doing that for Giannis when he won his ring. Y'all weren't even doing it for him. How long did it take for y'all to say that for Steph? Come on now. It took Steph winning 4 rings. It took him winning 4 rings for y'all to put him in these top 5 he over Magic conversations. Like, they had the conversation a little bit after 2019, but y'all really started having him when he won his 4th ring. It took him 4 rings to do that. But Jokic, after 1 ring, you just ready. You just ready. I'm not a fan of, holding rings valuable to sit here and push people. But when there's a lack of consistency here that I'm noticing, yeah, I kind of get irritated because that's my main thing, right? Even though I understand, like, human beings will always be hypocrites. But it's just annoying to see it. It's still annoying to see it. It's actively being hypocritical. Y'all weren't ready to give the keys like this to anyone else. Y'all just ready to give the keys to him? Where's the consistency, bro? Like, Giannis wasn't even getting put over Tim Duncan when he won his 1st ring. And even when he was still dominating. Dog. But what happened? Y'all looked at him losing in the postseason, looked at him against these bad matchups. And y'all was like, oh, yeah, he's not there no more. Man, screw what he did in the regular season. Jokic does the same exact thing. Or he's like, screw, nah, we love what he do in the regular season. Screw the playoffs. What? Bro, I get me mad, bro. That get me mad. Like, you really do. And I want to be respectful. I want to be respectful because I think Jokic is an all-time great player. I think he is definitely in like the best offensive players ever in NBA history conversations. But we gotta stop. We gotta stop doing this for players. We do it all the time. Well, not me. Y'all do it all the time. Y'all do it all the time. You know, y'all did it with Giannis. Y'all done it with Steph. You're doing it with Jokic. And the next one you probably do it for is either Luka or Victor. And it's like, can we stop? Even though humans are always going to do cycles, right? Can we try not to? Can we try not to? It's great for the NBA, though. I think it's great for the NBA. I think it's great to talk about it. And you're going to have haters. Like, I'm not even a hater of Jokic. That just annoy me with this, man. But I like having conversations like this because I think it's pretty fun. It is pretty fun to see it and actually have conversations about this. Like, y'all really ready to put Jokic over Kobe? Y'all really ready to put him over? I really feel like y'all really ready to put him over Kobe. It really feels like that. I think people are really ready to put him over Kobe. And if you're really ready to put Jokic over Kobe, shame on you. Go watch some tape. I'm tired of y'all. Go watch some tape. Go really see what Kobe was doing against those double bigs. Go see what he was doing against that era, that dead ball era. And you tell me, you think Jokic really going in there doing the same thing? Come on now. Jokic could have handled Cat and Rudy. This man Kobe was going through Bruce Bowen, Tim Duncan, and David. He was going through Bruce Bowen and Tim Duncan. He was going through Sean Marion, Raja Bell, cooking. Compacted paint, cooking. This man was dropping 81. This man was dropping 35 in the dead ball era. You really think Jokic doing that? You think Jokic dropping 35 in the dead ball era? Tell me a lie. Tell me a lie right now and say yes. Tell me a lie right now and say yes. Tell me. With Smush Parker? Kwame? Huh? Tell me a lie right now. Right now. Tired of it, dog. You really want him to, y'all really ready for him to pass Kobe, man. He ain't doing none of that. Y'all tell me he dropping 35 in the dead ball era, bro. Come on. I'm getting hot. I'm getting hot right now. I'm getting ready. I'm getting right. You really think he dropping 35 in the dead ball era? You think he doing what Shaq was doing in the dead ball era, bro? Y'all really don't understand how difficult it was for offensive players to get off back then. You want to know why a majority of those players back then were inefficient? Because they couldn't get the space necessary. What was the saying? There was a saying in the 2000s. What was the saying? You got to take what the defense gives you. That was the saying. The saying back then was take what the defense gives you. You just got to take it. No hesitation. I want to know why? Because it was so desperate to get a good shot off that sometimes that fadeaway mid-range shot was the only thing the defense was giving. So you got to take it, which now they see is not really efficient shots. But back then, that was the only option. That was the only options to take. Because they weren't shooting threes like that. Not like they are doing now. And they weren't pushing the pace like that. You got to take what the defense gives you. Sometimes you just got to do that spin fadeaway shot, and that's the only thing available for you, bro. And you could be mad at AI and T-Mac and all these players for not being as efficient as you want. But, bro, that's all that was available. That's all they could do at that moment. Because it's either they're taking the shots or there's some really bad role players over there that they like you wouldn't even want taking that shot. I'm sorry. As much as y'all get on players in the 2000s for not passing the ball, yo, you tell me with a straight face you want Tyrone Hill shooting that ball. You gonna tell me straight? You want someone pass the ball for him to shoot? That's what you do? You gonna do that? You want Luke Walton shooting the ball? That's what you want? That's really what you want? That's not what I want. You put that ball in the best player's hands, bro. You take whatever shot you need, brother. You take whatever shot you need, bro, because we ain't got no other option. We living and we dying by you. And that's why I say a lot of players, even now, they get put in the 2000s. They're going to be inefficient. They are. They really are. That's exactly how it's going to be. There's no illegal defense to help them out with that. The main reason why I talk about the 80s and the 90s differently is because illegal defense definitely helps out with one-on-one basketball. It helps them out with one-on-one basketball, and even to dissect defense is easier because the defender has to make a choice. You either going to blitz or you got to stay on your man. You can have Dennis Rodman out on the three-point line. It don't even matter. You're staying out there or you're blitzing. And that makes it helps the offensive player out tremendously when you're able to play one-on-one like that. And now the NBA, what happens in the NBA now is because of the spacing, it has created far more one-on-one opportunities for that to happen. So a lot of these players now, they got rotations and blitz and different schemes that they can harp on, but they can always lean back on some type of like man zone that they do. Not in the 90s, dog. Like MJ gets put on an island. He gets put right there at the end. Right there in the post, they clear out, and he's just scanning the floor, watching. He's either going to shoot over, he's going to do a spin, or he's going to hit the man cutting when the double comes, the blitz comes. It's pretty easy for a guy like Jokic and even Luka and even all these guys, even LeBron James. You put LeBron James on that, he's cooking. And that's why I talk about the 2000s differently than the 90s, because there's a clear separation between the two and how they play basketball. It's clear as day. And we can get into it. You feel me? Happy Monday, Daniel. Shout out to you guys, Dave and Jeremiah. All you guys here, man. Like Giannis isn't getting off the same way now that he is in the 2000s. He's just not. Actually, I think he'll probably it'll hurt his game actually a lot more. Because it's very hard for him to just move everyone out the way he benefits tremendously from now. He does. He really does. I got to be honest with that. He does. They both do. But you see, I'm not putting Giannis on I'm not saying like he's just better than Shaq, dog. That's the main thing with me, man. Y'all just ready. Y'all just ready to give him the keys, man. And I can't do it, man. I can't do it, man. You got to stop. That's all I got for today, man. But, man, y'all got to stop with that, bro. Because let Jokic go through a bad postseason again. Let him struggle against a double big lineup again, bro. Let him struggle. What y'all gonna say then? Are y'all gonna ignore it again? Y'all gonna ignore it again. Y'all better not ignore it again, bro. Like the video, subscribe, man. If he struggles again in the postseason, don't you dare ignore it, bro. Y'all be easy, man. Salute.
This pain inside.